Good luck.
Hey!
Good day to you.
Uh-oh.
Somebody help me!
Take care now. One beer for me.
I'm at your...
The fisherman sent me to you. Said you'd be up for a...
Is that so? Well, we haven't had any new blood here. Farewell.
Let's fight.
Has someone already beaten the brains out of your head?
I want to...
Sir,
I'd like to...
first you have...
Well,
God be with you.
Dobrze.
I'd like to buy some
As
grain.
you wish.
Grain?
Coming.
I'm responsible for the rebuilding of Pribyslavitz.
I heard some talk about. I suppose I can sell you part of the crop.
Here we are.
How many bushels do you want?
I'll need fodder for horses, at least 10 strong animals, and wheat for the baker. He'll have to bake for the whole village.
That's quite a lot.
But even though it's for Sir Divish,
Aye. Unless he sets the allocations himself. I have to make up for any difference, and you'll have to pay for... Have you got someone to transport it? Or are you gonna...
I've got a merchant to take care of it.
Fair enough.
All right.
Take care now.
A tankard of ale for me.
What?
I'm at your... The fisherman told me you'd be up for a brawl. Is it true?
Aye. Good luck to you.
only bandits creep around in the dark without a light. Where's your torch? Jesus Christ be...
Are you one of the local pugilists? The fish...
I'm glad you showed up. It's
Nee,
been
nee,
as
tuurlijk.
dull as hell here. Joseph doesn't talk much and the fish... May the Lord watch
Vamos pra cá, se permite.
Jebba!
Yeah. Let's fight.
All right. Good. You put on a... Good luck to you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
The Lord save you.
How did you enjoy the race?
I had no idea you were so talented. Yours.
My lady...
Come and see me sometime, Henry. Good luck then.
Jesus Christ. Your clothes. Were you assaulted?
I'd like to...
Stop my brother, the tanner. He's full of poaching.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good help.
I'd like to
Uh-huh.
get my...
Good day to you.
I hear that...
I don't have time to... God be with you.
Yeah.
God preserve you, good night. Can I do something for you?
I've got a few questions.
So ask.
I heard you saw something fishy in the forest.
That's right.
Can you describe what you...
It was after dark, I remember that. I went up past the castle along by the clearing, and I saw someone had lit a fire, and there were figures singing and dancing, and I could hear the whistling of a pipe. And I could smell roast meat. It was like a feast of some sort.
Did you recognize...
No, like I said, it was dark.
Did you hear any familiar...
No. But I heard girls' laughter, goblets clinking, a piper playing. It sounded just like any feast.
Where is the clearing?
A short walk north of the castle.
Thanks. What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day. Hannikin Hare's back. And putting those antlers on Nicholas's house? Well, we all know what that means, don't we? It's the sign of... What the hell was that?
That's all I need. I've got...
So
What do you make...
It's...
You were singing a different song not long ago.
So?
It's nothing to you, but I'm helping...
Oh,
Well, now you know. And you also know not to keep...
all right. I'll tell you what I know.
I'll do what I can.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because...
Keep going.
I know full well, Hares,
What did she tell...
that he waited in the woods till she came by and they exchanged some words.
And what did they...
I don't know, but it...
You're sure she...
Oh, no.
Well, you...
Well, now, I wouldn't...
But you...
Of course.
I'm his right hand...
All right.
I'll do what...
It's to do...
Keep going.
I know
What did she...
that he waited...
And what did...
I don't...
You're sure...
Oh, no.
Who's this Hannikin...
Hannikin Hare?
So what's...
It was complicated.
So what...
Those...
Do you think...
Who knows? And Margaret...
That's all I...
Good luck, then.
Yeah.
going on there?
Good morning.
I'd like to ask you about Hannikin Hare.
I'm sorry, but I...
The thing is, every time I spoke to someone about Hare,
But I don't.
you aren't to blame for anything, is that it? Well, I am willing to believe you.
Very well.
How were things?
There was nothing between us. Hannikin Hare impressed my father with all his talk of noble blood. But I couldn't stand him, and I didn't want to marry him. And then it made no odds after he ran away.
So you didn't want him? I only asked because I've heard differently.
That's village talk. Of course folk gossip. Mostly they just want to hurt Nicholas.
Did Hare really commit the murder?
God in heaven, how should I know? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That remains to be seen. What did you talk about?
I see Betty's...
Don't blame her. I had to work hard to weasel it out of her. Now tell me.
Oh, all right. Well, it seems Hannikin Hare's exile has addled his brain. He told me he'd go off with me, that he still loves me and nonsense like that.
And what about you?
What do you mean? I was so shocked, I could...
Is that all he told?
He said if I change my mind, I'm to hang a garland of forget-me-nots on the house and wait for him at that place of ours.
Where was it you saw him exactly?
I wish I could tell you. The whole thing was like a fever dream. I almost got lost trying to get out of the forest. Even if I remembered.
I want you to hang that...
But I don't want to go in.
You don't have to go anywhere. But tell me.
On the way to Ujitz. Back then, we used to meet by the great big...
And what time will he be waiting?
At dawn.
Never you mind. The main thing is it will all get sorted out. And that's all that matters.
I suppose.
That'll be everything.
Take care.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Come along, free.
Yeah.
God be with you.
Would you teach?
Certain.
I'd like to...
First,
Well,
may the Lord watch over you.
yeah. Here. Yeah.
Oops. Oops.
I'm guessing Nicholas won't be joining us. Who the devil are you?
My name is Henry, and I work for the Master Huntsman.
So are you going to arrest me?
I am.
All I ask is that you listen to me first.
Let me guess. You're gonna tell me you're innocent?
I wouldn't presume. I've been poaching on the Divish estate, and I'll take the punishment I deserve. But the crime I was nearly strung up for, that one I didn't commit.
Who are you, anyway?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Hanakin Hare of Zalush.
The nobleman?
I used to be. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the Master Huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher? I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it. They did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
I know Sir Hanush of Lipa. Was Sir Henry his father?
Indeed. He was on his way to Rattay to take charge of the fiefdom for young Sir Hans Capon.
Why did you get into a fight with him?
The fall of the House of Zalush was the work of the Lords of Lipa, and that fellow took great delight in reminding me of it.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is his wife today. But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood, and Nicholas was just plain Nick. Her father's preference was clear.
Do you know who did?
No. He was found in a ditch with his neck broken. He could have tripped and fallen, all on his own.
And that never occurred to anyone?
It did. But some people swore they'd seen us jostling on the drawbridge. Of course, that was Nicholas.
What did Margaret?
She took me for a fool. She only had eyes for Nicholas, but I didn't see it then. In the end, she could have saved me.
How?
She could have told the truth. After the banquet, I was with her. But when...
How did you get out of it?
What leads you to imagine...
Your head's still on your shoulders, so you must have escaped.
I'm alive. But my name and my family's name has been dragged through the mud.
If you say so. But you still managed to get away.
Well, it's true. I had the good fortune to escape from the dungeon.
From the Talmberg dungeon? That can't be done, can it?
It's not too hard when the lord of the castle himself helps you escape.
So, Divish set you free? From his own dungeon?
He couldn't offend Henry, so he had to lock me up. But he trusted me. We were friends, after all. He led me out of the castle in the night. I was given a good horse, and in a couple of days I was in Silesia. And that was the end of it. At least until now.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
I've got time to listen.
All right. But for you to understand, I have to start from the beginning. I was born as Hanakin Hare of Zalush, the eldest son of Sidney of Zalush. My house became sadly impoverished. And I...
Gamekeeper turned poacher.
Nicholas gave me...
What happened to your...
My father lost his influential friends and the money with them. After his death, I inherited only... There was nothing for it but to sell off all our possessions. See to my sister...
That sounds a rough...
Believe it or not, I never cared for the life of a nobleman.
What happened?
I was falsely accused of murder.
And didn't they have a...
That...
And then...
Nick, why would he want?
How did you get...
What leads
Your head's...
I'm alive. Well,
From the...
it's not.
So...
And that was.
Even if I believed you, there's no proof. It all happened a long time ago.
I know. But if I didn't believe in my own innocence, I'd have to be crazy to have done what I did.
Why?
If I truly were guilty, why would I risk coming back to Bohemia? I could have died in...
Nicholas took everything you had, regardless of your guilt or innocence. I'd say you have more than enough cause to want revenge.
I'm not like him. Anyway, you're right.
This is one of the most insane...
That doesn't surprise me.
Something tells me you're speaking...
Thank you. And if you want to help me, come to the old mine gallery in Broadwoods.
I'll be there.
I have a plan, but I need some help.
Yeah.
So, what are you up to?
Working out how to get Nicholas's confession.
And how would you do that exactly?
Simple. I'll have him sign it. I've had the priest in Janowitz write me up a parchment. When Nicholas signs it, he'll admit to everything written down there.
How do you want to force him to do that?
He won't have a choice, or rather he will have, between his wife Margaret and the job of huntsman.
I'm not following this at all.
It's plain enough. We'll kidnap Margaret, That's to say, you'll kidnap Margaret while I distract Nicholas. If he wants to see her again, he won't have any choice.
Kidnapping? That doesn't seem like much of a way to clear your name.
No? Take a look around you, Henry. Sigismund kidnapped Wenceslas, his own brother. And Divish was abducted by Medek of Waldeck.
True, but Sigismund and Medek kidnapped the men they wanted to bargain with. You're thinking of taking a man's wife who's done nothing to deserve it.
And what of it? Those others did it for money or power. I'm doing it to redeem my honor. And since you mentioned Margaret, she's not all that innocent. I could have swung because of her.
But that confession's just a scrap of parchment with writing on it. What will happen to him after that?
That scrap of parchment is for Sir Divish and the provincial court. But we'll be generous to Nicholas and let him leave in peace before we deliver the confession to Talmberg.
So Nicholas will go free?
Hopefully.
So what do I...
I had Nicholas's prized hunting horn liberated. I'm sure Nicholas will recognize its sound from quite far off. I'll lure him out of the lodge at dawn.
And I meant to kidnap his wife while he...
Of course, it would be best if she went with you voluntarily, but if not, you'll just have to drag her with you. That's why I'm sending you. I trust you. When you get her, bring her here.
All right.
Don't forget, tomorrow at dawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Hey, who's there?
Are you looking for something?
I'm glad to see. Good luck then.
Hey! Who's there? Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? You don't clear up quick. There's something you need. What was that? Hey! Hey, who's there? You. What the hell are you fooling around here for? Be off right now, or I'll fucking see you off. What's up? You need some help? Is someone there? What was that?
What are you doing here?
You won't, because if I don't bring you back with me, Nicholas will be in deep shit.
What are you talking about?
That man of yours walked right into Hannikin Hare's trap. And if you don't come with me,
Hare won't do anything to him.
maybe he's not the person you once knew. A couple of years in exile can change a man.
I'll go with you.
I've got no cause to... I want to ask you,
Ask her.
why didn't you tell the truth back then? Hare was with you after the banquet.
I never wanted to marry him. But father insisted because Hare was of noble descent.
Even though it meant condemning him to...
Marrying him would have been a living death for me. I loved Nick.
Yes. Do you know who...
No. And I don't think it was ever discovered.
Come on.
Good work, Henry. Now we have to act fast and sort out Nicholas. Are you all right?
I don't think about it much.
Take this confession. Go to Nicholas and make him sign it before you tell him where Margaret is.
I'm not complaining.
Believe me, I'd rather not drag you into it at all. But if Nicholas sees me, he'll go straight for my throat before I get a word in.
I see. And what if he refuses?
You'll have to make him.
And what if he...
Then of course you'll have to defend yourself. If you knock some sense into him in a duel, all well...
All right. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I'll get to it.
Here's the document. Don't forget to tell him he should get the hell out of Talmberg.
Where will I find you?
I'll wait for you in the clearing. Be quick. I don't want to keep poor Margaret here any longer than necessary.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen my wife, Margaret? I'm sure something must have happened to her.
Yes, I've seen her.
Well, speak, where is she?
Hannikin Hare is holding her captive.
How do you know that?
It makes no odds. Just listen to me.
What, you whoreson? Tell me where she is right now, or you'll rue the day.
Bluster all you want, but if you ever want to see Margaret again, you better get a grip on yourself.
Where is she? Tell me!
Yeah, you scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. Sign this parchment here, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
I, Nicholas Angel, do hereby confess... conspiracy against Sir Hannikin Hare... just in proper punishment. What? You must be out of your fucking mind. Never.
Sign it if you cherish Margaret's life. I can't vouch for what Hare might do.
Hare's bluffing. He'd never harm Margaret.
I wouldn't be so sure. If you take a man's sweetheart, his home and his job, and leave him in the shadow of the gallows, you can't expect much mercy from him.
So, I have your word of honor we'll be allowed to leave.
I swear it. Neither Hare nor I will stand in your way.
There. Now tell me where my wife is.
There's an old mine gallery, a little to the south of here. Margaret is in there, alive and well.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
So, have you got it?
It's done.
Voluntarily?
Yes. More or less.
Well, I'm glad it's been...
What now?
We'll go together. I need you to bear witness. I've been gone for years, and I'm not sure they'll take my word for anything.
Well, I hope they do believe you.
Don't worry. Divish won't forget our former friend. Are you ready to go?
Anakin Hare. I never expected to see you again.
It was the will of God that I returned.
You realize that Sir Henry of Lipa has never repealed his sentence against you. I'm duty-bound to arrest you and turn you over to the Provincial Court.
Perhaps. But will you read this first? Henry here is my witness that your master huntsman Nicholas signed it himself. This ought to change their minds.
It might. I'm sorry, Anakin. I always trusted you. But your guilt seemed irrefutable. Nicholas was very thorough. Oh, there's no doubting his own confession. Captain.
Yes, sir.
Have the Master Huntsman arrested.
That won't be necessary. I don't think they'll find him.
I understand. So, what's to be done with you now? Poaching and kidnapping the Master Huntsman's wife. You see my difficulty.
I know. I can't stay here. It's enough to know my name is cleared.
I'll have a letter drawn up to recommend you to the service of Sir Vincent at Vellish Castle.
Thank you, sir.
But if Nicholas has vanished and we're sending you to Vellish, then who's going to be my master hunter here?
There's one obvious candidate. Henry here. Help me bring Nicholas to justice. And he's no disgrace as a hunter.
Really? Well, what of it, young man?
It would be an honor, sir.
Good, good. Then I hereby name you Master Huntsman at Talmberg Castle. My Chamberlain will tell you more about your new responsibilities. Good luck to you, Hannigan.
Thank you, Henry. I could never have managed it without you. God willing, we'll meet again one day.
Have you looked into that?
Huh? Yeah.
I must reward you for saving my livelihood. If folk believed the stories, well, I dread to think how it could have ended up.
But the bad stone wasn't even from your quarry.
Still, sometimes words can hurt a man more than a blow from a mace. Here's your reward.
I'm here at the behest of Sir Divish. I'm looking for the overseer of this quarry.
Aye?
Sir Divish has decided to rebuild Pribyslavitz, and he's entrusted me to...
Aha, so it's you.
Well, we've started with the reconstruction work.
You need stuff.
Exactly. And for repairing the church.
Well now, you're really not doing things by halves, are you? The thing is, though, we're already I can't cut back on their supplies.
But I really need that.
Well, I suppose I could try and hire, but we can't transport it. Even Sasau sends their own wagon here. Have you got...
I've got my own merchant. He'll take care of it with his hired hands.
Splendid.
The stone is for Sir Divish. It's for a village he wants to rebuild as quickly as... I doubt he'd take it well that the overseer of his own quarry is open.
Well...
No, that's still too...
But I can't sell my stone in. If you won't accept the price...
Dobra. Koniec na dzisiaj. Do spania.